Why, hello everyone, and welcome to a casted game of Age of Mythology Retold. This one is actually a special request by Jproductions right here to review his game. If you guys would also like me to review one of your games, please make sure to let me know, and I will put it into the queue for a casted game to watch. Anyway, we're here on Steppe. This is a about mid-level elo game. All the players are between like 1,000 and 1,200, about there. We have Jproductions, the one who requested this cast, playing as Amaterasu in the yellow, with his teammates as Elanchus, I think is how you say that, in the blue as Tsukuyomi, and Ram 072514, yes, that's his name, playing as Hades in the cyan. Facing them, we have Zod P. Holinx. Not sure how to say that exactly, but we'll call him Zod. And playing in the red as Tsukuyomi. And we also have Anonymous Alpha playing as Freyr in the green. And last but certainly not least, we have Lechuga Freya playing as Loki in the pink here on the Steppes map. Alright, so this happened actually just before the patch, so it's going to be slightly different, but we'll see how things go. It shouldn't affect too much. The patch wasn't too significant, I don't think, so I don't imagine we're going to have too much of a difference between one or the other. Alright. Anyways, we've got Norse and Japan versus Greece and Japan. Let's see how this thing goes. All the players are starting to get their temples up. I'm seeing temples from the Hades player, starting to get one from Elanchus. Getting this one right here. Ooh, that's a nice shrine location. I guess the meat goes right there. Looks like Jproductions is just doing some scouting. No temple yet from Lechuga, nor from Anonymous Alpha. None of the players on the Eastern team have started their temples yet, so that could be something else. Hades and... oh, apologies if you hear my cat in the background. She's being especially spoiled tonight. We'll just have a little bit of a yowling going on in the background. Let's see, what do players see? Alright, nothing really on that side. Players have not really scouted too much. This Hades player is not scouted at all. Like, what has their scout been doing? Has he just been sitting in his base? Because this is not a scout path. It's just been sitting in his base, I think. Oof, that's not great. Well. Okay, back to where things are going. It's finally starting to see some temples coming up from the Eastern team. Temples from everyone but the Loki. Oh, no, Loki player has laid his down. He just hasn't actually started his. I heard someone get a relic. I heard a relic sound. Where is the relic? Who snagged a relic? Oh, here we go. We've got a relic for the Tsukuyomi player with Elanchus. He's got this relic here, which is going to be a hero relic, increasing lifesteal. Okay, that's pretty good. Plus, it always just gives that extra favor, which is always nice. Has anyone really taken off in terms of goats? We've got 10 for Jproductions, 14 for Elanchus. And how many for Ram? I don't anticipate many for Ram because he's been sitting in his base. Yeah, only 6. Oh, first age up, second age up, both from Elanchus and from Ram 07. We expected that since they had those temples up. Really quick to see who has the other goats. Oh, one more age up. All the teams on the west side have gotten theirs up. 10 goats for Alpha. Finally, the goats for Freya. 14, so pretty evenly split. Zod has gotten a cheaper Villager's Relic. That will be very nice. Cheaper Villager's relics are really nice indeed. Oh, another relic. Myth units for... who am I selected right now? I'm not sure how to tell who I'm selected. I think... okay, here we go. I'm selected here. I don't know why it said you have, because there's no relics here in this temple. Not sure exactly who grabbed it. Maybe it was Food Temple. Yeah, a bunch of relics coming through. Both sides just sticking to snag those up. the west side is not seeming to want to do much with their early age-up advantage, as they're just sort of sitting back, getting some more units out, leaving their... especially these Kamitachi, they'd be much better spent sending out to do some raiding. Like, you can see Jproductions is starting to do that. He's got that hearse here right there, but let's see if he can get enough damage. If he can get onto these dwarves, that could be pretty big. The bleed effect from these Kamitachi is quite huge. There it goes. It won't quite finish them off, but that will be quite annoying for Zod. We got the Frosty Fort down, just defending the main base for Alpha, as the raid from Jproductions isn't quite over yet, it seems. He has that spy on there, though, so the Loki player can always see where he is. That one Kitsune is going to go down, I think. Oh, nope, it's alive. Bit of an interesting use from that one. I guess it survives, but not sure if that's the wisest use. You'll want to run away now, because that's Soul of the Shield is about to run out, and that if he leaves it on there, he's going to have issues. One more of those spins, though, could help a lot. The spy is still on that one, though, so it's going to be an issue. More samurai coming through. Nothing too much happening down on the other sides. Looks like both Alpha and Zod want to be a bit more passive. Big army being built up by Alunchus. What is this, like? Yeah, lots of Naginata riders with some Kitsune and a Weasel. Obviously, Lechunga sees the coming because of that spy on that Kamitachi. Well played by Lechunga. Keep staying underneath the TC, forcing them to move through to get under that TC fire. That's very well played. Alright, yeah, this heresy is going to fall, unfortunately, as one more strike. I took exile one dwarf, possibly two. Doesn't seem to be. Another solar shield, perfect. He has to get onto those dwarves. With this one, he could have just sent it in to do some more damage. But it looks like he doesn't really want to. He wants to just get out, but that's probably a mistake, I think. Those berserks are significantly faster than the samurai. They could probably stand and fight, honestly, but I guess he just wants to run. No help seen yet from Alunchus. Second town centers are coming up for the western team. Anonymous Alpha has already gotten his second town center, as has Lechunga. So the economic advantage is solidly in favor of the eastern team. Lots of walls coming up for Zod. Still has that spy on there. The samurai should be able to beat back these hurts here, though. They've got that 1.5x damage on there. Alright. Lots of Minotaurs up for the Hades player. 2 Minotaurs. Trying to get that food in the center. Looks like a second town center coming up for Jproductions. Alright. Looks like Lechunga is still licking his wounds. I'm not sure what Alunchus is planning to do with these raiding Naginata riders that should be used to just fight and just do some damage, but I guess he doesn't want to. I'm not sure why. Lots of military production coming up for Anonymous Alpha as well. Excuse me. Second town center starting to come up for Zod as well. So a lot of players are going for second town centers. I think everyone is starting to go for one. Yeah, Alunchus. Everyone's going for second town center at this point. Looks like Alunchus might be... Whoops. Sorry about that. I accidentally bumped my microphone. Hopefully I didn't destroy people's headphones. I'll have to check that later. Sorry about that. We have a little bit of a fight coming through with Alunchus as those Naginata riders are moving forward. They probably can take this fight. Like, these berserks are not upgraded at all. You've got these Naginata riders plus myth units, and looks like a Yari spearman. They could probably take that fight if they really wanted to, but I guess Alunchus says, no, it's a bit too much for me. I'm going to fall back. Players on all sides being a little more cautious than they probably need to be, but that's kind of what you expect for team games at this elo. Everyone's a little bit too cautious with how they play, unfortunately. It's just what you come to expect. Third town center up for Alpha. He's really going for that eco. Really going for that mass eco with the Freyr, which is quite effective. Freyr's a very good boomy god. Lots of hearse here and throwing axemen and everything else. That's a huge amount of infantry right there. Looks like Alunchus and Jproductions are starting to move forward. Where did that new moon get used on? Armory. Okay, he's got all those copper upgrades. Here we go. Towers are in the front here with this healing spring, so this could be a bit of a troublesome fight for Alunchus and Jproductions, despite them having so much defense. Gulimbursty is out as well, probably a little bit premature, as Alunchus and Jproductions can just fall back and let that time out. Definitely a premature dropping of that Gulimbursty by Alpha. Yeah, that Gulimbursty is not going to get anywhere. It does serve the purpose of driving away the combined armies. Not much ended up happening, unfortunately. Okay. Oh no. Is this villager going to die to a wolf? Oh, not quite. Almost, though. Only 11 HP. Oh. Looks like a bit of a miss for Micro, as the Gulimbursty might get a shot off. No, it is not quite. Okay. Just a little bit of that Bushido experience, which is pretty good. A bit risky, though, because if that had gotten a shot off, it could have killed, or maybe killed some of these already damaged Naginata riders. It does look like Anonymous Alpha is moving forward to help out. Lots of throwing axemen and Herspear moving to the front to help out his teammates against this combined Japanese army. They still know it's here because they still have the spy. It's just telling him everything. Oh no. Yeah, they just know it's on the way. That Draugr, though, is way out of position, as is this troll, as it's probably going to fall. 4 towers are up, though. Do these towers have crenellations? They do not yet, so there's some... That's one small advantage. But Jproductions and Alunchus see the combined army from Alpha and his teammate. I don't know if they want to take this here. They did get out of the tower range, which is good, but they're still underneath the healing spring. That could be a mistake. This fight could go either way. There's so many throwing axemen in the mix. It looks like Jproductions and Alunchus are just falling back. They don't think they can take this, and they're probably right. There's too many units, and oh no, those archers from Jproductions look like they're just gonna fall. Oh, that was a bad loss for the Western team. Well played by the Eastern team, though. And again, this town center on the front. 4th town center for Alpha. Oh my word. That's so many town centers for Alpha. I mean, if you got the tempo to get it, I mean, go for it. But that's a huge eco benefit for the Eastern team. Ram is still not doing much. He's sitting on all these myth units just over here. How many Minotaurs does he have? 5 Minotaurs. He's also gotten to onto the Heroic Age. While that fight was While that fight was going on the eastern side. The one good news is that spied Kamatachi is gone. So no more information for the Eastern team, as Alunchus is looking to do a bit of a flank, probably the right move. If he could get onto this villager line here, he could do significant damage. Let's see if he manages to pull it off, though. The 4th town center for Alpha is up. It looks like Zod has also gotten to the Heroic Age. Which way did he go? Alright, he went through the Tengu. And he has also done his... Ooh, that's a good one. He's done his New Moon now on here, so he got those copper upgrades and the ballistics. It doesn't get the second one, though. So unfortunately, it's just the one set of upgrades. Alright. Looks like this army might be a little out of position, as it's going to go right into the town center, and he needs to get over here and get onto these gatherers. This is where he needs to go. A lot of them converted to berserks, though, and it looks like Alunchus wants to just get out of the tower range. Well thought out. That's a good play. Removing them from the range of that tower is definitely a well done thing, and make sure that the loss of those villagers to berserks does not result in too many losses for Alunchus. He's still got this army in the background, though it looks like Alpha wants to move in and do some damage. Ram and Zod are still staring each other down. Tons of Naginata riders for Zod, but nothing happening really, as these units from Alunchus are kind of just moving around, just doing their own thing. Alunchus has gotten up to the Heroic Age as well. That means he does have... Where is it? The Gust God Power, if he really wants to. Is that the right one? It's hard to tell who you're looking at exactly. Okay, blue, he has the Gust. Yes, he has the Gust God power. A lot of these are archers. That's not going to do a ton, I don't think. Another age up for Alpha through Aegir. He's got that, so he will have the Tempest. I don't think this is the right place to move it, but unfortunately these archers, oh no, they're just caught in this back corner. They have nowhere to go. It's going to be a slaughter. They're making one final last stand as the units from Alpha and Lechunga are moving in, but it's just not enough. Those archers, they're just not able to stand as they unfortunately fall. A heroic stand. They took a lot of those units out with them, but it just wasn't enough. Oh boy. In the meantime, Elunchus and Jproductions seem to be taking advantage of the distraction by moving forward to take out a couple of Alpha's buildings. The army's way out of position, so they can definitely just move in and do some damage here. While the armies from Alpha and Lechunga are moving in. Now I think it would be the great time to remind you to, if you're enjoying this, leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. It just helps me out, and I would really appreciate hearing how you guys are enjoying this stuff as that rock giant falls. Alright, this town center will probably fall as we got 1, 2, 3 Onis moving in, but the Tempest has been dropped. That is going to do a lot of damage here. Oh, but the Blast has also been dropped from Jproductions, just stunning all those units as they struggle to get out of the way. They have to, because the army from these units is huge. Like, there's a ton of units here. 4 rock giants. Oh, the town center will fall, but this is not going to be a win for the armies of Jproduction and Elunchus, I don't think. Yeah, especially with that flaming weapons, that's it. These armies are going to fall, unfortunately. A castle's trying to come up in the background. They might be able to get it up in time. It's going to be a bit tough. That's a ton of army. Oh my word, that's so many Herseer. Throwing axemen, Huskarls, and so many. Not Huskarls. Berserks. I think this castle will not be able to go up as... Oh, no, use Gust. That's a really good play. Use the Gust, knocking those units away and to try and get this castle up in time. He might be able to, but the... Oh, we have rescue! Ram has come to rescue the castle! If he actually moves forward. Does this have... It does not have any boiling oil, but it looks like that defense is just enough to drive away Alpha. That was a huge play by Jproductions. Oh wow, that was actually an excellent. Was that Jproductions? Oh no, it was Elunchus. He sacrificed his Gust to blow those units away to let this castle come out. Well done, and Ram coming in the last second. That's huge. We finally have a 3v2 as Zod's kind of just hanging out in the background, not really doing much, but we now have all 3 armies from the western team moving in. Those units coming in, got the restoration down, just to keep that army alive a little bit longer. I think this will probably be enough to break through, as we have some Petrobolos and the Oyumi coming through. These Oyumi are very nice because of that piercing damage. We'll see if this is enough. There's a ton of throwing axemen, plus they have that healing spring, and the town center. Despite everything, the armies is dwindling a little bit for the western team. Zod has gone into the Mythic Age, and he's moving in onto Ram. He's moving in, he's got his gate up, he's going to be able to cast as much as he wants. Zome has been dropped, getting those extra damage from those towers on to help this town center out. We have a nuke coming through, we have the Fenrir moving in and taking out that backline. Well done, that was a really good move, but I don't think it's going to be enough. There's just a bit too many units, not enough to defend, as this town center from Ram has fallen, as Zod has waited until that Mythic Age to move in. Excuse me. Fight's coming out. Looks like Ram's going to be a bit of a pickle for a little while, keeping the units from Zod away as the fight on this side is continuing. Lechunga still has his healing spring, and that town center is still up. Reinforcements are moving in for Alpha, who has also hit the Mythic Age. Both Alpha and Ram are at the Mythic Age. The Plenty Vault has dropped a little bit far forward, I think. I think a lot would be better towards the back, because this is a little bit too close to the front lines. There's a risk of it being captured, and it looks like Alpha has managed to push back against here with all those town centers. He's got so much population available to him. God, I need to drink water, sorry. Ah, that's better. Oh no, this castle was never repaired. It's gonna fall. It's almost certainly gonna fall. Only a little bit of HP. All it needs is a little bit of damage from these portable rams if they can get on there. Oh, that's unfortunate. Castle has fallen. Though a lot of these units will likely go down, as these Bushi will take out most of these rock giants, I think. There's a lot of rock giants, though. A ton of damage. As another new moon has dropped, probably onto... Not sure where it dropped onto. Onto the castle. Getting those extra upgrades out, looks like. So many throwing axemen. These rock giants are finally falling. So the armies will be able to move in and take out that back line for Alpha. As Lechuga has not really done much to help out. He's got those double healing springs. No wonder that place was holding for so long. Double healing springs is a ton of healing. Moving forward, it looks like these Naginata riders will be able to take out this back line pretty effectively. Especially with this Daimyo. Is it Daimyo? I think it's Daimyo. Alright, half the map is on Mythic, with just Ram, Zod, and Alpha being on Mythic. None of the Japanese players for the Western team have gone up to Mythic Age, and Lechuga has still not gone up himself. Alright. Doesn't tell much. I wish there was a way to see the queues for players in these team matches. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be. What is this? That's a huge army. The armies from Ram and Zod just staring each other down. That's going to be a big engagement when it happens, as this fight up here is still going on. Neither side able to fully push forward, as more castles are starting to get up. We're into the castle creep. It's probably the only way they can ensure. Looks like Zod is doing a little bit of poking here and there, making sure his Oyomi are able to take out that town center beforehand, as Rams has had enough and is... Well, maybe? Is he going to do anything? It looks like he is. The engagement has come through. Lots of hoplites, so those Naginatas will not last long, especially not with that restoration. That fortress is likely to fall, though, with those 3 Oyomi in there. We've got Medusas, all these hoplites. I think this will be the end of that army, unfortunately, for Zod. There's just too many hoplites, too many heavy units in there. As champion versus champion does not favor Japan too well here. Yeah, and Zod sees it right in the wall, starting to pull back. We'll see if Ram pushes in too far. On this side, it's still a bit of a stalemate, as this double healing spring is just keeping those units alive heavily. Ram might be overextending here. There are castles defending this area. I guess he just wants to do some damage after everything that Zod has done to his own base. Alright, moving in. Heliopolis taking out some production buildings as he's able to, but I don't think this army is going to be enough. I think that Ram overextended far too much. Yeah, this is unfortunately going to be far too much for Ram to handle, as he's going to lose this army and likely going to get... Unless he can get these fortresses up in the back of this, it's going to be a tough fight for him. On this side, still fighting over these 2 healing springs. Lots of Yumi archers and Bushi, with some samurai moving forward as well. The samurai are quite good with Jproductions. A Titan Gate has been dropped right here in the background. That might be enough for Ram to push through into Zod's base if he can get it up in time. We'll see if he manages to. He's got only 11 villagers on there, so that's going to be a long wait, 5 minutes. We'll see if the game lasts that long, but it's going to be a tough battle. It looks like Alpha is deciding to do a bit more poke along the sides, because he realizes he can't push through the center, but there's so many castles in the front here. 1, 2, 3 castles plus the town center. It's going to be difficult for him to push through. It's going to be a bit of a crawl, and that lack of extra support for Lechuga might be too much for... excuse me, sorry. Might be too much for him to be able to defend, as he's starting to lose access to these healing springs. If Elunchus can take out these buildings around them, this will be his healing springs, and he'll be able to heal all those up. It looks like Alpha's hoping to go for the jugular. Another Divine Slash coming in. Oh! Oh, that entire front line from Alpha is just gone. Very well placed one by Jproductions, as Alpha was just not able to get out of the way in time. That should allow Jproductions to get his units up and finish off this army. Yeah, there was no chance before, but I think they have a chance now. Titan Gate is at 25%. Alunchus is trying to get these healing springs. If he can get them, that'll be a huge benefit for him. We'll see if he manages to. A lot of units here for Alpha. He's got so many town centers, he can just keep on spamming them forward. Look at the population difference, though. So many more town centers are on the Western team side. 675 population versus 580. Another big engagement for Ram as he's moving in, just doing another fight, dropping another zone to get those extra sentinels doing their work. Lots of hoplites, but there's a ton of Yumi archers here alongside those Yumi horse archers. Super Heliopolis coming in as well. The archers will not do much against them, and they should be able to do a bit of an annoying poke onto that backline. The dwarves for Alpha are moving over here, trying to get this last gold. He seems to have mostly mined out all the gold in his area. Just 212 left on that mine. He just forgot it or something. Oh, Onmyoji are in. How many does he have? 5 Onmyoji. That's a ton of damage right there. If he can keep these alive, that'll be a huge boon for his army. Another Titan Gate for the western side. Alunchus has dropped his as well. Where has he dropped his Titan Gate? Right here in the center. That's a pretty good spot for it. As those healing springs are now Alunchus's. Jproductions is struggling to keep Alpha back. He's going to need help from his teammates, but they're kind of engaged at the moment. These Titans might be the main thing, as the Ram's Titan is at 75%. He's got a lot more villagers on it now. How many does he have on this for the moment? 28, with only 27 seconds left to go. We'll soon see Cerberus emerge to face off against Zod's army. Alright. Yeah, it looks like Alunchus is pretty satisfied with having these healing springs and is mainly trying to just poke at Lechuga a little bit at a time. Army on this side is still fighting these Onmyoji, though. These might actually do a decent amount versus the Titan if they stay alive. We'll see. Another Sentinel drop as the Titan for Ram is out. We have Cerberus on the field. Immediately sending it out. Wise plan. He's going to have to go in and hopefully turn the tides of this fight here. Alunchus Titan is also at 50%. We'll see how much these Onmyoji do. They've got a lot of damage with a 3. That's almost 400 crush damage and almost 40 of the divine damage against a myth unit. He has to keep them safe though. They don't have a ton of hit points. They're a little fragile. He's kind of using them to take out the Gastrophedes from Ram, but Ram only has medium. He only has medium archers, but Alpha has decided that's it. He's given up trying to push in. Maybe he saw the Titans on the way. He's just given up. It looks like that's it, as Alunchus is also moving forward to take this out. Looks like the final battle will be on this side, as Zod is struggling to stay in place. Alunchus has summoned his Titan as well, so that'll probably be the end of Freya's fight. The army from Jproductions can start moving forward as well. Freya has fallen, Lechuga has fallen, and it's just this we got 1-2 Titans against Zod. Can he survive? I don't think so. Not with that population gap. Twice as much population available for the western side. I think Zod has to call it here. It's going to be the end. There's no way he can survive. Yeah, this Titan, they don't have enough heroes out to take it down. And we got the armies from Jproductions moving in onto Zod's villager lines. He's going to start losing production very quickly. Army from Alunchus is starting to move forward alongside the Titan. They're moving in to take out the production base for Zod. There's no way this can survive. Zod is trying, but I don't think he's going to be able to. This Titan's just too strong, too overwhelming, too many units coming through. Second Titan is about to hit the field. Writing's on the wall, Zod. You have to give up here, I think. Alright, this is doing a decent amount versus that. About 100 per shot, but not enough, unfortunately. And there it is. Zod has decided to call in the towel. Oh, that was a very awesome game by the western side. Well done, well done. Thank you for sending this in, Jproductions. And if anyone else has, any of you guys also have a video or a replay you'd like me to cast, just let me know. Send me a message over on Discord or on YouTube, and I will do my best to give you a casted video for it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!